You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Trump loved that. Bizarre incident reveals White House's stranglehold on foreign leader, based on an article by Kathleen Culleton. Rubio, Trump, and the performance of ownership. The reported setup. According to the report, Marco Rubio has amassed growing control over Venezuela. Delcy Rodríguez is now leading on an acting basis under instructions from Washington, and Donald Trump keeps retelling the story because he enjoys the deference. The details are odd only if you ignore the power structure. Once you read them plainly, the pattern is obvious. The United States is not observing Venezuelan politics from the outside. It is running the frame, the personnel, and the narrative. The joke is the admission. Trump's Oval Office line that Rubio could be the next leader of Venezuela is being waved off by aides as a joke. That is the usual cover for an admission too blunt to defend. The point is not whether Rubio moves to Caracas. The point is that Trump treats foreign governance as something he can assign, and Rubio as the operator carrying out the assignment. That is not diplomacy. It is patronage with military pressure behind it. Washington, not Caracas. The source says Rodríguez is leading on an acting basis, but with detailed instructions from Washington. That is the key fact. The formal head of state is not described as the decisive actor here. The decisive actor is the U.S. government, with Rubio as the visible hand. Rubio's surprising announcement about Rodríguez traveling to India before the Venezuelan government could announce it is not a diplomatic flourish. It is a demonstration of who gets to speak first, who gets to set the terms, and who is reduced to reacting. Sovereignty, in this account, is a technicality. Fox News as a stage prop. The Brett Baier detail matters because it shows how media becomes part of the power display. Rodríguez reportedly told the Fox News host that Trump would have to approve her participation. Trump loved hearing that she was deferring to him, and he keeps repeating it. That is not just vanity. It is political theater built on submission. Fox is not merely covering the story. In this account, it is folded into the spectacle of domination, where the president's favorite part is hearing that everyone else knows who is boss. The journalism becomes another surface for his ego. Rubio as instrument and not statesman. Rubio's growing power over Venezuela does not read here as policy expertise or statesmanship. It reads as delegated power in a personalist system, where loyalty and usefulness matter more than coherent public justification. The source makes clear that the president is amused by Rubio's role and that Rubio does not need to relocate to Caracas to exercise it. That is the real structure, a Secretary of State used as an extension of presidential fantasy, and a foreign government managed through pressure, messaging, and proxy authority. The machinery is old. The branding is new. The larger pattern. This story is not about a quirky exchange or an accidental joke. It is about how power presents itself when accountability is weak, as humor, as improvisation, as a story people repeat because it flatters the boss. The misdirection is the point. The harm is made to look like banter, and the exercise of control is dressed up as a personality trait. The systemic pattern is familiar. When institutions drift toward authoritarian habits, they do not announce themselves as authoritarian. They joke, they perform, they outsource decisions to loyal operators and ask the press to narrate it as colorful politics. The lesson is not that Trump is unserious. It is that his style turns domination into entertainment, and too many institutions help him sell it. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Raw Story for today's article, with the automated voice of Ryan. Thanks for listening.